Hello everyone, my name is Haripriya and I am a data analyst. Today I will be presenting my analysis regarding influenza data to identify patterns in flu related deaths and to assess staffing demands across the United States. I have prepared 5 slides for this presentation. I will be addressing key questions such as where is additional staff needed, who is at the highest risk, when is flu most severe, and finally, I will share recommendations and next steps based on this analysis. We will go through this one by one. To begin, first I would like to explain the definition of flu. The flu is also known as influenza, is a contagious virus that affects the nose, throat, and sometimes the lungs. Here in this image shows the different symptoms people can experience when they have the flu. As you can see, these include sudden fever, cough, headache, sore throat, muscle and joint pain, fatigue, and a runny or stuffy nose. It can cause anything from mild illness to severe complications, and in some cases, even death, especially for older adults and people with weaker immune systems. Each year, during the fall and winter, which is the flu season, brings a large wave of infections. Here, this is the bar chart, shows annual influenza deaths in the United States from 2009 to 2017, with the height of each bar representing yearly death counts. Influenza consistently causes significant mortality year after year. It's crucial that we plan and prepare for the upcoming flu season to help reduce influenza related deaths. Many people get sick at the same time, which puts heavy pressure on hospitals and clinics. Without enough staff, it can be very hard to meet the needs of all those patients. This analysis will determine when and how many staff to deploy across all 50 states for the upcoming influenza season so that we can better protect patients and save lives during flu outbreaks. For this analysis, I used datasets from the CDC, which stands for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC is a trusted government agency that works to protect public health and safety by controlling and preventing diseases. Their data helped me examine flu related deaths by state and by age group over time. So, that was a brief overview of the flu. Now let's move on to slide 2 to answer the question where is additional staff needed? Here we can see a map showing the flu impact by state from 2009 to 2017. The darker shades on the map represent higher death rates, while the lighter shades indicate lower death rates. Based on this analysis, the states requiring the most medical support are California, Texas, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Florida. These are the top 10 states have the highest flu death rates, suggesting a greater need for additional medical staff in these states during the flu season. Now let's move on to slide 3 to see which age groups face the highest risk from the flu. Adults aged 65 and older face the highest risk of dying from the flu. Here, the bar chart shows the flu death rates for people under 65 and those 65 and older. You can see that the 65 and over age group has a much higher number of deaths, highlighted by the taller bar on this chart. This means that adults aged 65 and older are the most vulnerable to flu related deaths. Because of this, hospitals and clinics may need to focus more staff and resources on caring for this age group, especially during peak flu season. Keeping that in mind, let's address the next key question. During which months is the flu most severe? December to February are the most critical months. Here we can see the line chart, how flu deaths change throughout the year. This chart shows monthly flu deaths. As you can see, the highest numbers occur in January and February, with a smaller peak in November and December. This pattern suggests that the flu is most severe during the winter months. Knowing this information is very important because it can help healthcare providers plan staffing in advance, making sure enough resources are available when flu cases are most severe. Next, let's move on to the final slide to review the insights, recommendations, and the next steps. On this final slide, I have summarized the main insights from my analysis. We saw that the flu deaths are highest among the older adults, particularly those 65 and older, and the states like California, New York, and Texas experience the highest death rates. Flu activity also peaks during the winter months, especially from December to February. Based on these findings, I recommend prioritizing staffing resources for states with higher flu related deaths, as well as focusing prevention and vaccination efforts on older adults. And I also recommend planning for increased staffing during the winter months can also help manage the seasonal surge in flu cases. As a next step, we should continue monitoring flu data each year to update staffing plans and respond quickly to ongoing trends. So that concludes my presentation on analyzing flu related deaths and staffing demands. Thank you for listening and thank you for your time. I would love to hear your feedback and I'm happy to answer any questions in the comment section below. Thank you so much.